Hi guys, I'm Shandor, welcome to my cinema. Today I'm watching the 1963 romantic comedy thriller Charade, starring Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. Come on! I watched Wait Until Dark not too long ago on this channel with Audrey Hepburn starring, and I thought she was just mesmerizing. And I'm also a big fan of Cary Grant. I've seen Notorious and North by Northwest and To Catch a Thief on this channel, you know. He was incredible in all three of these movies. I can't wait to watch this. This must be amazing. Also, Matthau is in this movie. George Kennedy is in this movie. The cast is absolutely huge. So, I'm actually pretty excited. So let's not waste any more time. Here comes Charade. 3, 2, 1. That's an interesting opening shot. It kind of reminds me of a Hungarian movie called Satan Tango. If any of you have seen that movie, it's 7 hours long. I don't recommend it, although it's kind of a cult movie all across the globe. Just the tracking, you know? Oh. Alright. This movie just cannot suck, you know? But even if it will, I'm just gonna enjoy the heck out of, watching these acting giants just go for it. There she is. I love the wide aspect ratio, you know? I wish more movies did that today. Oh! An assassin? Water pistol.
Hola! Can't he do something constructive like start an avalanche or something? Sylvia, I'm getting a divorce.
What? Why do you want a divorce?
Because I don't love him, and he obviously doesn't love me.
That's no reason to get a divorce.
It totally is.
But with Charles, everything is secrecy and lies.
Is he an agent or something? Ah! Okay, good humor. Awesome dialogue.
What's your name?
Peter Joshua.
Oh, mine's Regina Lampert.
Is there a Mr. Lampert?
Yes.
Good for you.
Notice I'm getting a divorce.
Please, not on my account.
Is there a Mrs. Joshua?
Yes, but we're divorced.
Oh.
Oh, that wasn't a proposal. I'm just curious.
Ah!
Are you going to call me?
Are you in the book?
Well, Charles is.
Is there only one Charles Lampert?
Ah!
Lord, I hope so.
That was awesome. Okay, something is definitely fishy. His husband is either an assassin, a secret agent, or something.
I'm Inspector Edouard Grandpierre of the Police Judiciaire.
Okay.
Would you be so kind as to come with me, please?
Hang on. Was it her husband who got dropped off the train? Most likely. Cool shot. Really cool shot.
We discovered your husband's body lying next to the tracks of the Paris-Bordeaux railroad line.
Yeah, okay.
He was American, your husband?
Swiss.
Swiss. His profession?
He didn't have one.
Where did he keep his money?
I don't know.
Beside yourself, who is his nearest relative?
I don't know.
Come on.
That's absurd, madame.
Yes.
Totalement absurd. On Wednesday last, your husband sold the entire contents of the apartment at public auction. Everything.
What?
These few things are all that was found in the train compartment. One wallet containing 4,000 francs. One agenda. His last notation was made yesterday, Thursday. One ticket of passage to South America.
Huh?
One letter, stamped but unsealed, addressed to you.
My dear Regina, I hope you're enjoying your holiday. Megève can be so lovely at this time of year. The days pass very slowly, and I hope to see you soon, as always, Charles.
One key to your apartment. One comb. One fountain pen. One toothbrush. Is this your husband's passport?
I don't understand.
And this?
Okay.
Oh, I telephoned, but nobody answered.
And here's Cary Grant.
Hello. The police probably think I killed him.
Instant divorce, you mean?
Something like that.
We'll find you a hotel.
Nothing too expensive. I'm not a lady of leisure anymore, you know.
Something clean and modest.
Not a very large turnout, is it?
Well,
Didn't Charles have any friends?
Don't ask me, I'm only the widow.
and who would he be?
He must have known Charles pretty well.
How can you tell?
He's allergic to him.
Interesting. People are showing up. Checking if he's breathing still. George Kennedy. There's a pen. They're all checking whether he's alive or not. Okay, nobody's trusting him. Apparently. Yeah, the guy must have been an agent or something. For sure.
The American Embassy.
Office tomorrow at 9:30. I'm anxious to discuss the matter of your late husband's death. H. Bartholomew. What the heck is going on here? She looks so gorgeous. Like, so gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sorry. My secretary must have gone to lunch.
Walter Matthau.
Central Intelligence Agency, CIA.
You mean spies and all of that?
Yes.
Only we call them agents. Oh, I'm not an agent. I'm an administrator.
What's all this got to do with me, Mr. Bartholomew?
Your husband was wanted by the United States government.
Was he?
We, of course, knew him by his real name. Voss. Charles Voss.
Okay.
Miss Lambert, would you look at that photograph and tell me if you recognize anyone, please?
It's Charles.
Very good.
He
Okay.
looked so young. When was this taken?
1944.
The man who was at the funeral yesterday.
Right.
A tall man in a corduroy suit. He was there, too. A little less hair, but it's the same one.
Leopold W. Gideon.
No,
The last one, please.
Okay, this is really interesting.
that's a face you don't
It's
forget.
George Kennedy.
He was there, too.
I'm very much afraid that you are in a great deal of danger.
Why should I be in any danger?
You're Charles Voss's wife. Now that he's dead, you're their only lead.
Lead to what?
Well, it's the money, Mrs. Lambert. The money. Like $250,000 Charles Voss received from the auction. Charles Voss stole $250,000 from the United States government. I'm afraid we want it back. You're the only one who could have it.
Mr. Bartholomew, if I had $250,000, believe me, I'd know it.
You won't be safe until the money's in our hands. Is that clear? It's a direct line to both my office and my apartment.
What am I going to do?
I wish you'd let me help you. It doesn't sound like the sort of thing a young woman can handle by herself.
It's true. I wonder what Cary Grant's character is doing, actually, because I might be wrong, but I feel like that him approaching Audrey Hepburn was not a coincidence.
Mrs. Lambert.
Who are you?
Didn't Charles tell you, Mrs. Lambert?
Tell me what?
It doesn't belong to you. You do know that, don't you?
Okay, now I really want to know, the history of Charles and these people.
Now, don't make too much noise, Miss Lambert. It could get a whole lot worse, you know. You go home and think it over real careful right now.
You're absolutely insane! He said if I told anybody, it could prove fatal for them as well as for me.
Who said?
That's what I'm not supposed to say. Look, I know it's asking you to stretch your imagination, but don't you think you could pretend just for a moment that I'm a woman?
Now listen, I could already be arrested for transporting a minor above the first floor. On the street where you live.
How about once more around the park?
How about getting out of here? Come on, child, out.
I love the dialogue so much.
How would you like a spanking?
How'd you like a punch in the nose? Stop treating me like a child.
Well, then stop behaving like one.
Do you know what's wrong with you?
No, what?
Nothing.
Eh. If Audrey Hepburn told me that, I would be delighted.
Where is it, lady?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I want it. Give it to me. It's mine!
Oh.
Oh, Peter, are you hurt?
I sprained my pride.
How come Cary Grant is always climbing stuff? You know? Like To Catch a Thief, North by Northwest, you know. And now here.
Yes, it was a dumb move, Herman. What is the matter with you? You want some more?
Never mind that. Did you get the money?
What?
How could I with the 3 Marx brothers breathing down my neck?
Oh.
I thought we had an agreement.
Oh.
Then he gets it out of your share, not mine.
Great, so Cary Grant is a bad guy.
Not mine.
Okay, so Cary Grant's character also must have some sort of a connection to Charles. Oh, now I feel so bad for Audrey Hepburn.
Where's the money?
I don't know. They killed Charles to get it, but he must not have had it with him on the train. Promise me you'll never lie to me the way Charles did. Why do people have to tell lies?
Usually it's because they want something.
You tell lies?
Oh, yes.
The man I had to fight with, lady, Dial. That's his name.
Good to know.
He's after the money.
Now she knows.
Try to get some sleep. You'll feel better. Don't worry. I've arranged to take the room next door to you.
Oh. It's interesting how the tone of the movie shifts. You know? Just by revealing information, you know? Sometimes it's so playful. But then suddenly there's this tension. You know? It's freaking great. Somebody said in the comments, by the way, yeah, this movie was recommended by you guys, once again, that this is the best Hitchcock movie Hitchcock didn't actually make. And yeah, it does feel like a Hitchcock movie. Very much so.
Where are you now? Can you meet me at the market?
At Leal?
Yes, opposite San Eustache.
I'll meet you there in 15 minutes.
This is a thriller comedy. It's incredible, you know? How much fun I'm having, but also like there's genuine tension, you know? And intrigue and just suspense. It's awesome.
There's only one Dial connected with this affair, Mrs. Lampert. That's Carson Dial.
You mean you've known about him all along?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me you knew about Dial?
I didn't see any point. Dial's dead.
Oh.
In 1944, 5 members of the OSS, the military espionage unit, were ordered behind the German lines for the purpose of delivering $250,000 in gold to the French underground.
Okay.
Instead of delivering the gold, they stole it.
How?
By burying it. All they had to do was come back after the war, dig it up, and split it 5 ways.
Uh-huh.
$250,000 with no questions asked.
May I have a cigarette, please?
Then before they could get out, they were ambushed by a German patrol. A machine gun separated Scobie from his right hand and caught Carson Dial full in the stomach.
Oh.
Carson Dial was dead. The others finally got back to the base and waited for the war to end. Only Charles couldn't wait quite as long as the others.
Uh-huh.
He beat them back to the goal, took everything for himself, and disappeared. It's taken Gideon, Tex, and Scobie all this time to catch up with him again.
Interesting.
What's this got to do with the CIO?
CIO.
I suppose if I'm going to die, I might as well do it for my country.
That's the spirit.
What? Come
That's
on.
what I want you to do. We're anxious to know who this man is, the one calling himself Dial. I want you to find out. You yourself said women make the best spies.
Agents. Of course. This is not an easy situation. And this is a freaking great movie.
Yes?
Good morning,
That's so cool.
Reggie?
It's the only name I've got. How about you?
I know cat and mouse. You've got me. What do you want to know?
Why you lied to me? I'm trying to find out who you are.
But you know my name. It's Dial.
Carson Dial is dead.
Yes, he is. He was my brother.
Oh.
I think they did it. Tex, Gideon Scobie, and your husband.
Oh.
Because my brother wouldn't go along with their scheme to steal the gold.
Oh.
I think he threatened to turn them in, and they killed him, and I'm trying to prove it.
Great shot. Great frame. Yeah, this is an incredible mixture of amazing comedy and just a really, really intriguing thriller.
Now what?
We wait. With our mouth shut.
For what?
Where's the money?
Is that why you dragged me all the way up here to ask me that?
Yeah, it's stupid.
She has it.
Ah, tricky. Yeah, it's incredible how the movie just balances humor and seriousness, you know? And it's not conflicting, it just works. Yeah, this is very, very Hitchcock-esque, you know? For all my viewing delight, you know? Oh well.
Hammond! What?
Oh, he's still alive.
If you get bored, try writing Love Thy Neighbor 100 times on the side of the building.
Ah! He just leaves him there?
What happened?
Oh, I met a man with sharp nails.
It's not too bad. You won't be able to lie on your back for a few days. Then you can lie from any position, can't you?
Uh-huh.
Could at least tell me what your first name is these days.
Alexander.
Is there a Mrs. Dial?
Yes. But we're divorced.
I thought that was Peter Joshua.
I'm just as difficult to live with as he was.
Oh, here it comes, the fatherly talk. You forget I'm already a widow.
So was Juliet at 15.
But I'm not 15.
Well, that's the trouble. You're too old for me. Angie, cut it out.
Okay.
Well, now what are you doing?
Cutting it out.
Who told you to do that?
You did.
Say, I'd appreciate it mighty highly if you'd wiggle on over to room 46 and chew the fat for a spell.
Could you give me one good reason why I should?
Yeah. A little one, about 6 or 7.
Want that money now.
Why don't you keep quiet and stop threatening the child? He hasn't got the money, and neither has Mrs. Lampert.
Then who does?
Yeah.
I don't know, Herman. Maybe you do. Followed him when he tried to run out again. Cornered him on the train. Threw him out the window, and without bothering to tell the other two, took all the money for yourself.
That would make a lot of sense.
He's just trying to throw us off.
Good point.
You know I'd tell you if I had it.
Oh, naturally, just like I'd tell you if I had it.
Uh-huh.
And that goes for Hyman, too. Naturally.
They're gonna off each other? Dead. Yes. But that would mean that maybe Charles wasn't killed by any of these guys.
A man drowned in his bed? Impossible.
Drowned in his bed.
Only I warn you, I will be watching. We use the guillotine in this country. I hope none of you ever finds out for certain.
Well, perhaps someone thought the 4 shares were too many.
What makes you think that this someone is going to be satisfied with 3?
Yes.
He wants it all, Alex. That
Oh,
means
yeah.
we're in his way, too.
Absolutely.
That's right. Reggie?
Got you.
Ah!
This is a ludicrous situation. I can think of a dozen men who are just longing to use my shower.
Why don't you call
Present.
them? I usually sing a med... Wearing this suit during washing helps protect his shape.
Waterproof?
Oh my god, these two are just so amazing. You know? Audrey Hepburn is as charming as, you know, as ever, but Cary Grant is just so freaking hilarious in this movie.
You're not gonna like this, Mrs. Lampert.
Uh-oh.
Carson Dial had no brother.
That's a problem.
Please be careful, Mrs. Lampert.
That's a problem.
Bye.
Just when I started trusting him again. Great.
Carson Dial had no brother.
Yes.
Oh, I can explain that if you'll just listen.
In this highly competitive world, when a man has no profession, there isn't much choice.
But?
So I began looking for people who had more money than they needed, including some they barely miss.
Aha!
You mean you're a thief? I don't believe it.
I can't really blame you now.
But I do believe it. That's what I don't believe.
Sorry, the name's Adam Camfield.
Adam Canfield?
Seriously.
Is there a Mrs. Canfield?
Yes, but we're
divorced.
That's right, now go in.
Hasn't it occurred to you that I'm having a tough time keeping my hands off you? Oh, you should see your face.
What's the matter with it?
Nothing.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Not allowed to kiss back, huh?
Oh, no. Doctor said it was bad for my thermostat.
It's so rare to find a movie where actually the romance works, the humor works, and the thriller aspects also work, you know? I don't find the tones of this movie conflicting at all. It's just so natural, you know? It just flows so naturally. It's incredible.
Are you out of your mind or something? It's 3:30 in the morning. All right, I'll be right down. Wait a minute.
Something is very fishy again.
Hey, I stop this thing!
Something is very wrong. Oh yeah.
3 of them. All in their pajamas? C'est ridicule. What is it, some new American fad? Good night.
Well, that wraps it up. Tex has the money.
I don't think so.
Will you just look over your shoulder, because from now on I'm going to be right behind you.
Yeah, there must be someone else.
Last night when we went through the airline's bag, something was missing. An agenda.
That's true.
An appointment book, isn't it? It wasn't there.
That's true.
So come on. Oh, it's all right, gentlemen. Carry on.
Okay, so he has the notebook.
I'm going to see what he's up to. You stay here.
Be careful, Adam. He's already killed 3 men.
I don't think it was him. I don't get it.
Sylvie, what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Jean-Louis.
What's all this?
The stamp market. It's there every Thursday afternoon.
What?
That's where Jean-Louis trades his stamps.
Oh.
Good Lord, where is he?
What's the matter, chérie?
The stamps. They're worth a fortune.
What?
Oh, yes.
A fortune, come on.
This one, a Swedish 4 shilling, called the Gula Firaskillingen, printed in 1854.
Wow.
What is it worth?
Well, the money is unimportant.
I'm afraid it's very important.
Oh, yes.
But in your money, perhaps $85,000.
85,000.
And what is its value today?
65,000.
Okay.
And the last one?
150 so far.
The best for last. It was printed by hand on colored paper and marked with the initials of the printer. Today, it has a value of $100,000.
Yeah. Totals up to 250.
For a few minutes, they were mine. That is enough.
Okay, he's a decent man. But then, still.
Adam?
Who is our killer? Oh! Dial.
Do you know the Center Garden at the Palais Royal?
Yes, the colonnade.
Yes, by the colonnade. As fast as you can get there. Hurry, Mrs. Lampert.
Cary Grant cannot be the killer. Like, no way.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bartholomew has left for the day.
He's in the center garden of the Palais Royal near the colonnade. Tell him I'm trapped in a phone booth right below him in the metro station, and the name's Lampert.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Bartholomew?
Yes?
There was a call for you just now, Mr. Bartholomew.
Mr.
It sounded quite urgent. A Mrs. Lampert.
Oh.
Lampert? I don't know any Mrs. Lampert.
Water
She says
Matthau.
she's trapped in a metro station.
Is that Dial? No. No. Who is he? Hey, awesome editing. Wow. No, that's not Bartholomew.
Help me!
Reggie, stop! That man is Carson Dial.
Oh, I don't know who anybody is.
Reggie, I beg you, just trust me once more.
Why should I?
Yeah, good question.
I can't think of a reason in the world why you should.
Yeah. Yeah. That was honest.
Takes a lot of bullets to kill me. They left me there with 5 of them in my legs and my stomach. Mrs. Lambert, they knew I was still alive, but they left me there. I spent 10 months in a German prison camp with nothing to stop the pain.
Thriller. It's amazing. I was not bored for a second. For 1 second. Ah. Okay, A4. Wow.
You didn't have to chase me so hard. That one's done. Do this one.
No.
Who would I see regarding the return of stolen government money?
Well, you might try the Treasury Department, ma'am. Room 217, second floor, Mr. Crookshank.
217. Thank you, Marine.
Do you mind if I don't go in with you? The sight of all that money being given away might make me break out.
Mr. Crookshank? Miss Lampert. Mrs. Lampert to see you. Yes, sir. Go right in. Thank you.
What the?
Rotten, contemptible, crooked.
Crooked? I should think you'd be glad to find out I'm not crooked.
You can't even be honest about being dishonest. Why didn't you say something?
We're not allowed to tell. Now, come on, give me the stamps. Now, give me the stamps, come on.
And what's your first name today?
Brian.
Brian Crookshank. Serves me right if I get stuck with that one.
Well, who else did you get stuck with any of them? Come on.
Is there a Mrs. Crookshank?
Yes?
But we're divorced.
No.
Oh.
My mother. She lives in Detroit. You'd like her. She'd like you, too. Come on, give me those stamps.
Not until you prove to me that you're really Brian Crookshank. You say marriage license.
No, don't change the subject. Just give me the stamps.
Oh, I love you, Adam, Alex, Peter, Brian. Oh, I love you. I hope we have a lot of boys and we can name them all after you.
Before we start that, may I have the stamps?
Well, guys, this was Charade. Well, this was a terrible movie. I hated it. Every minute of it. This was horrible. Of course not. This was absolutely incredible. Audrey Hepburn, seriously. She's just so delightful. She's amazing. And Cary Grant in this movie again. He was so good. The tone of this movie, you know? It's so hard to nail it when you have conflicting tones, you know? Because this is as much of a comedy as it is a thriller. And it worked on both fronts incredibly well. It's so difficult to achieve. This is an incredibly well written, well directed, fantastically acted movie. I loved each and every second of this. Seriously. Guys, thank you so much for recommending this movie. This was such an incredible watch. That's all I can say. You know, this movie worked for me on pretty much all fronts. Everything was incredible about this movie. So, thank you so much for watching this movie together with me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And see you next time at the cinema. Bye.